It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
Massachusetts win, and you're in for the East Canton Hornets. They're 7-2 on the year and are coming off a 35-6 win at Buckeye Trail. It's their third W in a row as they've outscored their opponents by a total of 91-9 in that stretch. Offensively, expect the name Aiden Stevens to be said a lot tonight. He has 59 catches on the year, the second most in the area. And defensively, they have a front that can get to the quarterback. 3 players come into tonight's game with 5 or more sacks in 2025. On the other sideline, it's the Malvern Hornets hitting the road with a 6-3 record and in all likelihood will clinch a home playoff game next week with a win. They're coming off a 56-16 home victory versus Tuscarora Central Catholic to get them in the postseason. Malvern's high-power offense is led by the leader in rushing and rushing touchdowns in Greater Canton, Julius Gore. He's totaled just under 1,100 yards on the ground and has amassed 16 touchdowns. They also have the receiver that has the third most receptions in the area in the form of Roy Simmons with 55. These two teams have met every year in rivalry week since 2020. Malvern is a perfect 5-0 in those matchups. Who will bring the sting tonight? Find out at 7 o'clock right here on the Q92 Sports Network with Robert Coleman and I. From Obet Stadium in East Canton, Matt Corrali, the Q92 Sports Network.
Thanks, Matt. All right, next we're going to send it to our team in Salem. Christian Bigglesworth has the call between the West Branch Warriors and the Salem Quakers. Let's check in with Christian.
It's rivalry week, and few matchup carry more meaning than when the West Branch Warriors and the Salem Quakers get together. And this year it's happening live from Riley Stadium in Salem, Ohio. Both teams enter Week 10 already playoff bound in Division 4 Region 13, but there's still plenty on the line besides bragging rights. The Warriors are sitting at 8-1 and are looking to lock up a first-round bye and secure some home field advantage, while the Salem Quakers at 6-3 on the season have guaranteed themselves a playoff spot as well, but a win tonight could improve their playoff seeding and determine who they'll open up with in round 1. The Warriors haven't lost since Week 1. They've been on an absolute tear, led by senior quarterback Grady Hurst, who's thrown for over 2,000 yards this season, 22 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. And of course, the senior wide receiver, Jeremiah Thomas, with his 51 catches, almost 800 yards and 9 touchdown receptions. And he's also rushed for about 300 yards and 10 touchdowns. As for the Salem Quakers, they'll be led by their senior quarterback and 3-year starter Cletus Monroy, who's led the team in passing and been one of their top rushers the last 2 years. Salem will also be leaning on their junior running back, Brandon Canna, who's been a key factor for them this season and has rushed for 190 yards and 183 yards in EBC conference games so far this season. It's a rivalry game with playoff implications. West Branch and Salem, live at 7 o'clock on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome to Rivalry Week, live from Manchester High School, home of the Panthers. It's Week 10, the final week for the regular season. We have a massive crosstown rivalry with Northwest Indians taking on the Manchester Panthers in this Pac-7 showdown. The Northwest Indians come into Week 10 5-3 and 4-1 in the Pac-7, and with a Week 10 win, can win the Pac-7 title. They're sitting at 8th in their region for the OHSA computer ranking, securing a playoff spot for the 25 playoff season. The Indians lost in Week 9, 21-22 in overtime to a tough Fairless team. Running back Joey Medor leads this Northwest offense with 762 yards, 107 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. Also leading the team is Logan Allman at wide receiver with 387 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Braden Venables, the quarterback, has 901 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. The Manchester Panthers are 6-3 and 3-2 in the Pac-7 and are currently sitting in 10th in the playoff rankings, trying to hold on to a playoff spot. Senior Tyler Pappas has been Manchester's signal caller all season with 1,360 yards and 18 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. Aiden Mead leads the running backs with 832 yards on 102 carries and 7 touchdowns. Philip Parton has 434 yards and 5 touchdowns on 51 carries. And with a trio of receivers over 300 yards, Jake Livingston 382 yards, Noah Lane has 355 yards, and Malachi Cintron has 314 yards are the leaders of this Manchester's balanced offense. The final week is set. Northwest and Manchester renew this Pac-7 rivalry. Join myself, Mike Dixon, and Ryan Rowland, 7 p.m. kickoff on Q92 Sports Network.
Thank you, Mike. All right, we're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we got more game previews for you coming up as we get you ready for the Battle of the Blue Cup between Tuslaw and Fairless. Playoff implications on the line, and so are bragging rights. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday night football special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now. 330-837-9944.
Looking for a job that's more than just a paycheck? Rooster Cheese, the largest Swiss cheese manufacturer in the country, is hiring energetic production team members in Brewster, Ohio. Enjoy competitive wages, amazing benefits, a free on-site clinic, fitness center, seasonal lunches, family holiday parties, and so much more. Join a team that values hard work and a great environment. Apply today at 800 Wabash Avenue South, Brewster, Ohio. That's 800 Wabash Avenue South. Rooster Cheese is where your future begins.
When the job calls for skill, reliability, and a team that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, call Dirty Hands Excavating. Family owned and operated by Marissa and Brandon Carl, Dirty Hands is a proud IBEW and NECA contractor, bringing you quality work with honest values. So when you want it done right, call the pros who care. Dirty Hands at 330-327-3487. That's 330-327-3487. Dirty Hands, a contractor who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty for a brighter future.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless High School as we get you ready for the matchup between the Fairless Falcons and the Tuslaw Mustangs. Battle for the Blue Cup here, and it's getting that time. So we've got a couple more games going on in the area tonight on the Q92 Sports Network. We are going to send it to Green, to Uniontown. It's the Battle of 619 between the Lake Blue Streaks and the Green Bulldogs. Jay Wilhelm has that call. Let's check in with Jay.
Good evening, everyone. It is week 10, rivalry week of this 2025 Ohio high school football season on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Some are playing for pride. Some are playing for playoff seeding. Some are still playing to get into the playoffs, and some are playing for all of the above. Either way, you better bring it so you can finish off the regular season right. I'm Jay Wilhelm, and I'm live inside Memorial Stadium in Green for the Battle of 619 as the Green Bulldogs face off against the visiting Lake Blue Streaks here tonight. Lake comes in with a record of 7-2, 3-2 in conference play. Those 2 losses have come in the last 3 weeks as they have hit the toughest stretch in their schedule, and it doesn't get any easier tonight against a very hot Green team. The Blue Streaks have already clinched a playoff spot as they sit in the top 4 of Division II Region 5, and they will look to keep that position or better it here tonight. The Green Bulldogs enter this evening sitting at 4-5, 2-3 in conference play. Don't let that record fool you, as Green has popped off 3 straight wins against Glen Oak, Louisville, and at Perry, respectively. Once they got healthy, they have found their groove behind quarterback Tyson Hunka and running back Evan Reed. They will look to finish their regular season as strong as anyone here tonight. Join myself and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, on Q92radiosports.com as kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Blue Streaks versus Bulldogs in this Federal League rivalry, live from Memorial Stadium in Green. I'm Jay Wilhelm with the Q92 Sports Network.
Thanks, Jay. All right, we're going to head to check in with Sam Berkwin on our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN. He has the EBC matchup between Alliance and Marlington. Let's check in with Sammy B.
Well, tonight here at Marlington, it is rivalry weekend between the Alliance Aviators and the Marlington Dukes. The Dukes come in with a record of 3-6 out of playoff contention, but they have fought hard all season long for head coach Joe Cardinal. They've had a rash of injuries. Cam Evidence out with a broken arm almost the last month and some other key pieces along the way, but their young freshman quarterback has had a pretty nice year. The sky's the limit for the young fella, and he'll be getting better and better each and every night he goes out to play. Meanwhile, the Alliance Aviators, what a year they've had, 7-2, a tremendous group of seniors. You know the names, J.R. Jackson, Tajay Nicholson, Ravon Hawkins, Johnny Belts, Michael Williams, Cam Burton, Jaron Baird, Alex Hartman, just to name a few. Coach Goodman very proud of his young men, and they're getting ready for the postseason no matter what happens here tonight against Marlington. Now, speaking of that postseason, the Aviators in a little bit of a tricky spot here now. They are in 6th place with a record of 7-2. They are just in front of Geneva, and they are right behind Chagrin Falls Kenston. So a win tonight, they're in for sure. Maybe a bye. If they lose, they could fall as far as 12. And then they'd have to go on the road. But it's all about tonight. It's all about the rivalry. The Marlington Dukes hosting the Alliance Aviators. Join myself and Caleb Norick with the call tonight at 7 o'clock right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Thanks, Sam. All right, we've got one last game. That is our Friday night game of the week on Q92. Jackson and Hoover. Let's check in with Clint Scroggs from Memorial Stadium.
It's rivalry week, which means the 5-4 Jackson Polar Bears visit the 7-2 North Canton Hoover Vikings. Jackson had its hot streak extinguished in a 40-9 pounding at home for McKinley last week. Despite the setback, the number 6 Polar Bears clinched a home playoff game in Region 1. Jackson senior running back Corey Jacobs was held in check by the Bulldogs along with most of his teammates, gaining only 51 yards, but is within 33 yards of 1,000 for the season, despite not moving to the backfield until week 3. He's second in the Federal League with 16 touchdowns. Senior quarterback Lucas Eckerman returned from injury last week, but was held to 183 yards passing on 13 of 29 and was under constant pressure. Jackson's defense was torched for 481 yards last week, including 316 and 3 touchdowns through the air. Junior D lineman Reese Myers has a team-high 5 sacks. He had 7 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss versus McKinley. Max Cowles has become a weapon last week, compiling 197 total yards on receiving and kickoff returns. Hoover dropped a tough 20-14 decision at Lake. For the second straight week, the Vikings failed on multiple chances to score the winning points. 4 passes from the 9-yard line dropped incomplete in the final seconds. Senior running back Jack Andes ran a kickoff back for an 88-yard touchdown last week. He leads the league with 17 scores, 10 through the air. Senior quarterback John Collins has thrown for 13 touchdowns and run for 8. Senior middle linebacker Chase Lukens has a league-leading 18 tackles for loss along with 2 interceptions. Hoover has clinched a spot in the Division II playoffs. A win this week likely will secure a first-round home game, while a loss would not necessarily send them on the road. Jackson snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 23-20 win last year. Hoover leads the all-time series, 65-29. It's the Vikings hosting the Polar Bears at Memorial Stadium in North Canton. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
Thank you, Clint. And don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the Massillon, McKinley Massillon. Antonio Hall is not here tonight, so I can call it whatever I want. But no, that game kicks off at 2 o'clock tomorrow, but we will be doing a 4-hour pregame show tomorrow from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium from the Gridiron Gastro Pub inside the Hall of Fame Village, and that should be a doozy as well. I'm going to step away and take a break. When we come back, it's almost time for kickoff between Fairless and Tuslaw here at Fairless High School. It's a battle for the Blue Cup. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Split Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame City. But the action starts early with our special Massillon McKinley pregame show brought to you by SARTA that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwin and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present. Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Scheer along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson. Massillon versus McKinley this Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless High School as we get you ready for kickoff between Tuslaw and Fairless. Both teams have made their way out onto the field as we get ready for kickoff. And as we mentioned, a big game here tonight as Tuslaw sits 13th in Division 5, Region 17, just out of a playoff spot. And Fairless sits 15th. So there's a chance with a win and some help. Whoever wins here tonight, they need a little bit of help, but they can still find a way into the postseason. Fairless will be kicking off to the Mustangs. Start the game. Tuslaw will be moving from right to left. Fairless from left to right. Fairless in the dark blue pants and jerseys with the white stripe down the pants and on the shoulder pads, the white numbers and the white helmet. Tuslaw wearing their blue pants with their white jerseys and blue lettering and their blue helmet. Ball set at the 40-yard line for the opening kickoff between Tuslaw and Fairless. Battle for the Blue Cup. Kicking off for Fairless, Aiden Curtis. And the run-up and the kickoff. Nice kick, kicked out to the 4-yard line. He returns over the right-hand side across the 15, gets to the 20, and is brought down at the 22-yard line. So Massillon Tuslaw will take over 1st and 10. Tuslaw has not won the Blue Cup game against Fairless since 2018, and they also haven't had a win in the Pac-7. They've had a losing streak dating back to 2022 overtime win over Manchester. Ethan Hare in at quarterback. He takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking, throws this one down the right sideline. He's got a receiver and just over his fingers. That was intended for number 9, Parker Reinhardt. Falls incomplete. Will be 2nd down. At the 22-yard line, Hare breaks the huddle. Sends Titan wing to the left, 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Eberhardt in the backfield, pitches to him over the right side. He gets across the 30, down to the 33-yard line and should have enough to pick up the 1st down. That was just a straight toss over the right edge. Good job of that tackle on the right side, sealing off and letting Eberhardt get to the edge and picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 at the 3 yard line. Hare breaks the huddle. Eberhardt to his left. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Ball on the right hash. And they quarterback read option over the right-hand side from Hare. He'll pick up a nice run, and a flag comes in. I imagine that is going to be for a late hit. That was over on the Tuslaw sideline in the home press box. Tuslaw moving from right to left. So that was the far side of the field, and we'll tack on an extra 15 for the Mustangs on their opening drive in the ball game. 11:18 remaining, no score. Personal foul against Fairless. And that moves the Mustangs near midfield, across midfield, all the way down to the Tuslaw 44-yard line. Excuse me, the Fairless 44-yard line. So Tuslaw, nice opening drive. They break the huddle. 2 up backs in the backfield, and then a tailback behind Hare. And they hand it off to the up back on the right-hand side. He'll get across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Nice run on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. And Tuslaw going a little fast pace. This time Hare under center, 3 backs in the backfield. They turn, handoff over to the left-hand side. That's the carry. Gets to the 35-yard line. That was Caden Lawson. Pick up a 4 on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Mustangs. Crucial 3rd down early in the game. Tuslaw with a good drive. Hare goes under center. 3 backs in the backfield. And a false start. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Tuslaw. So a drive that started off was really promising. 2nd and 5 is now going to be a 3rd and 6. With 10:15 remaining in the first quarter. Ball at the Fairless 40-yard line. Little mistakes like that are what really come back to hurt you in big ball games like the Blue Cup. 3rd and 6. Maslin with the football. Hare in the shotgun. He hands it off over to the right edge, trying to get to the corner. He's not going to get there. Great job coming up and making a tackle. Zachary Gilkerson. Gilkerson, who had the overtime touchdown reception from Ritterbeck last week, comes up and makes a big tackle. Tuslaw's keeping the offense out on the field. It's 4th and 3. They send Eberhardt out to the right, and there's a whistle and another false start on Tuslaw. So now it's 4th down and 8 for Maslin Tuslaw. Keep shooting themselves in the foot. Had a 3rd and short. Had a false start. Ended up with a 4th and short. Had a false start. So now the offense stays out on the field at the Fairless 41-yard line. And don't know what's taking so long. They're just standing in the huddle waiting for the play clock to run down. They're going to let this take a delay a game. They take a timeout. So Tuslaw takes their first timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score here from Fairless. We're going to take a break. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. It is 4th down for the Fairless Falcons, 4th and 8. And there's still kind of a delay. I'm not sure what's going on. Fairless is out on the field ready to go. The officials were conversing with Tuslaw. And Tuslaw's still on the sideline. They finally blow the whistle for play. And they break the huddle on 4th down. Coach Brock Dial, see what he's going to dial up as Tuslaw comes out in a punt formation at the Fairless 41-yard line. Snap is back and punt away. End over end punt will bounce and take a Tuslaw roll and roll all the way down inside the 1-yard line. They down that punt at the 1-inch line. That is as close to a touchback as you can get. And all season long, we've talked about field position and turning the field. Tuslaw not able to convert on their 3rd down and forced to punt. And boy, did they ever turn that field around. Now it's time to see the offense for the Fairless Falcons. Junior Mikey Ritterbeck has the man at the helm in the quarterback position. They line up, turn, hand this one off over the right-hand side, and just getting across the line was Deegan. Was that? Excuse me. Couldn't see the number of the player who carried that. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down. That's Troy McVicker in that tailback. They turn back to passes. Ritterbeck throws a little comeback route, caught across the 5-yard line down to the 9-yard line. That was Cameron Carl. Carl's had himself a nice season and will be close to the line to gain for the 1st down. It will be 3rd and very, very, very short for the Fairless Falcons. .745 left in the 1st quarter. No scores. This is Fairless's first possession of the ball game. They're moving from left to right. McVicker on the right-hand side of Ritterbeck. Ritterbeck's going to keep it himself over the right side. Gets enough for the 1st down out to the 16-yard line and moving the chains for the Fairless Falcons. That was a straight quarterback draw over the right-hand side. He had McVicker as a lead block. Huge hole there. Pick up the 1st down and move the chains for the Fairless Falcons on their opening drive of the ball game. Fairless sends 2 receivers to the short side right. Now man in motion. That's Carl from right to left. Jet sweep to Carl. Carl dances around, gets across the 17-yard line to the 21-yard line. So good run on 1st down for Fairless. So Fairless breaks the huddle, sends single wide out to the left, wing left, McVicker to the right of Ritterbeck. Now they move a man in motion. Little pitch to the right-hand side. Great tackle from Maslin. Tuslaw coming up and making a hit on that pitch. Wait for him to turn around. That was number 3, Caden Lawson, who came up and made a huge tackle. It'll be third down now for the Falcons. Fairless breaks the huddle. They go empty now. 3 receivers to the wide side left, 2 to the short right. Ritterbeck by himself takes a snap, looks, swings it over onto the right side. That is caught, and picking up the first down is Aiden Curtis. That moves the chains for the Fairless Falcons. And that's picked off, going the other way for Tuslaw and into the end zone for the touchdown. Aiden Curtis with the interception, and the Mustangs strike first. Boy, oh boy, Fairless trying to establish a little bit of a drive, getting things going, and the interception taken back to the house from Aiden Curtis. Maslin on to, looks like they're going to keep the offense out there and go for 2. So they break the huddle. 2 backs in the backfield for the Mustangs. They turn, hand this one off, and then they run an option out of it. Very cool play, but it does not convert the 2-point conversion. They handed that ball off to Parker Reinhardt, and then Parker Reinhardt acted as he was running the quarterback option and was not able to get it to Eberhardt into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So that will be a fail. And with 5:37 remaining in the first quarter, Tuslaw 6, Fairless nothing. We're going to step away. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92radiosports.com.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Mustangs strike first on a pick 6. And 2-point conversion, no good. And now they lead 6-0. Run up and the kickoff. A really great kick. It's going to sail into the back part of the end zone. What a great kick. And Tuslaw is going to get hit with another. There's penalty flags all over the field. There are 3 flags on the field. I know for sure one of them is against Fairless. There was a flag on the far side of the field as well. I don't know who that one was against, but the officials will converse, and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on out here. Battle for the Blue Cup getting a little chippy early in the first quarter. So the officials still discussing. And I believe both of these penalties are going to be dead ball fouls. Let's see here. Still conversing at the 20-yard line to my left. Dead ball. Personal foul against Fairless. Dead ball, personal foul against Fairless. So it'll be first down. We'll see how they enforce these penalties. I couldn't hear the official. So they were originally supposed to be at the 23-yard line. And they haven't walked any of the penalties off yet. So I imagine they're going to go half the distance and half the distance. which is going to take them all the way back to the 5-yard line. Better field position than the 1-yard line they had last drive, but they're starting this drive off again, buried deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from the 5. So Mikey Ritterbeck breaks the huddle, sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 into the left, wing back left. Ritterbeck by himself in the shotgun. Man in motion now. That's Carl from left to right. Ritterbeck keeps it on himself over the right-hand side, and he will get maybe 1.5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Fairless Falcons with 5:24 remaining in the first quarter. Let's check in on the scoreboard. Jackson strikes first, 7-0 over the Hoover Vikings. Alliance 7, Marlington 0. West Branch 7, Salem 0. Jeremiah Thomas with a 4-yard touchdown run. Here it's 6-0 Tuslaw. They hand this one off over the right-hand side, getting nowhere. Reversing direction and losing yardage is going to be Troy McVicker. Tuslaw defense has really stepped up here. And there's a penalty marker on the play. And it looks like this one will be against Tuslaw. And it will. Face mask on the Mustangs. You know, whoever said we need more cowbell, I don't know about all of that. So the penalty gives Fairless a first down. It'll be 1st and 10, 4:45 left in the first quarter. They are at the 17-yard line. McVicker to the right of Ritterbeck. Play action. Ritterbeck rolling out to his right. Throws to the right side at the 15-yard line. Caught by Cam Carl. Carl picks up an additional 3 yards and takes down to the 28-yard line. It'll be first down, and that will move the chains for the Falcons. Fairless breaks the huddle, sends 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ritterbeck and McVicker in the pistol. Now Carl goes in motion from right to left, so 3 receivers on the wide side of the field left. Takes the snap. Back, hitch route on the right-hand side. Caught, across the 35, 40. That was Zachary Gilkerson. And that'll be another first down. Tuslaw is leaving a big cushion on the outside on those receivers, so the Falcons are just running little comeback routes, and the receivers are wide open, and they're able to turn and pick up extra yardage after the reception. Back-to-back first downs for Fairless. They'll send 2 receivers to the short side right, single wide out left, and one of the players is just going to run off the field. They turn, hand this one off to McVicker up the middle. He has stood up immediately. Making that hit was, I believe that was number 4. It was Bryson Pereira, who came up and made a huge hit, the 5'10", 175-pound senior. So pickup of a 0.5 yard for McVicker. It'll be 2nd and 9, 3:25 left in the first quarter. It's the battle for the Blue Cup here at Fairless. Kept saying the Grey Cup earlier. I couldn't get that out of my head. Nope, that's the Antonio Hall would know about the Grey Cup. So they take the ball. Ritterbeck rolling out to his left, throws this one into the left flat. Caught. Carl out to the 48-yard line, and it'll set up a 3rd and short for the Falcons. Another good play, reversing Ritterbeck out of the pocket over to that left side. And again, Fairless keeping things simple with the short little out and comeback routes. Tuslaw doesn't want to get beat deep. So they're giving a big cushion on the edge, and Fairless is taking advantage of it. Big 3rd and 2. 2 receivers to the short side left, single wide out right. Now they move McVicker to the right of Ritterbeck. Ritterbeck keeps it himself over the right-hand side, picks up the first down. Could have had more, but coming up and making a wonderful tackle in open field was Ethan Hare, the quarterback from his safety position. but the gain is enough for a Fairless first down. That moves the chains. They will have the ball at the Tuslaw 46-yard line. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers to the near side right. Carl goes in motion. They hand it off to Carl, trying to get to the edge, and that's not going to happen. And there's going to be a holding penalty on, I believe that was Hunter Dean for Fairless, who was just trying to get a piece of the defender from Tuslaw, but got a little bit too much of him there, and that's going to put Fairless deep behind the chains. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Falcons. Packed house here tonight as well. It's so beautiful to see, like, standing room only. I love seeing people stand outside the fences that goes around the track. Both sides, both stands, completely full. Great atmosphere for the Blue Cup. 1st and 20 for the Falcons. Ball on the 44-yard line. They break the huddle, send 2 receivers to the right, wing and tight left. McVicker to the left. Carl goes in motion now from right to left. They fake the jet sweep. Ritterbeck back to pass, setting up a screen. That's caught across the 50, 45, pushed out of bounds. Great reception from Fairless's Jack Kirby, and that's a nice gain of about 15 on the reception. That takes Fairless to the Tuslaw 40-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Ritterbeck in the pistol with McVicker. They turn, hand it off over the left-hand side. Excuse me, that was Kirby in the backfield. He'll fall forward after a gain of 2, and it'll set up a 3rd and short for Fairless with 1:20 left in the first quarter. Third and 2 for the Falcons. Ball at the 38-yard line of Tuslaw. 2 receivers to the right, tight and wing left. Carl goes in motion from right to left. They fake it. Ritterbeck, quarterback keep right up the middle. Gets through to the second level and is tripped up, but enough for the first down. He was tackled on the play by Luis Ramos. But a first down for Fairless. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Back to pass. Little trickery here. They flip it to Ritterbeck. He wasn't under center. He's just going to throw this one away, and it'll be incomplete. Pressuring was Bryson Pereira. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. Clock stops on the incompletion with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Second and 10. Kirby in the backfield with Ritterbeck. They take back to pass, hit the hitch route again on the right-hand side. Tuslaw's leaving such a big cushion. That's there until they adjust. A good completion to Zachary Gilkerson, and that should be close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 now. And we've got 29 seconds left. Clock stops as the receiver Gilkerson was forced out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Kirby to the right of Ritterbeck. Ritterbeck keeps it himself right up the middle, across the 20, 15, runs out of bounds at the 13-yard line, picking up the first down. Good heads-up play from the sophomore quarterback, Ritterbeck. It's been a nice, sustained, consistent drive for Fairless after it started off all the way back at their 5-yard line. They're now inside the RG Drag red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Can still pick up a first down. 2 receivers in tight left, single wide out to the right. Ritterbeck by himself. Carl in motion. They hand it off to him on the jet sweep. He gets to the 10, trying to get to the edge. 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run from Cameron Carl. And we are all tied up at 6 with the extra point to follow with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Fairless on for the point after and a chance to take the lead. Robinson, the kicker. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good. And the Fairless Falcons take the lead with 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's Fairless 7, Tuslaw 6. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday night football special at Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now. 330-837-9944.
This is head coach AJ Sarbaugh from the Fairless Falcons. You're listening to high school football on Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Falcons take the lead 7-6. And we've got 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Fairless now on to kickoff. That is Jameis Robinson on to kick off for Fairless. Run up and the kickoff. Good kick, fielded, bobbled, but then fielded at the 5, across the 10, cuts it back to the right side, looking for a blocker. Big stiff arm, still on his feet, but that's about as far as he's going to get. They're going to spot him at the 16-yard line. So Tuslaw will take over 1st and 10 with 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. What a drive, that last drive from Fairless, taking that and starting off at their 5-yard line, going the length of the field methodically all the way down, dinking and dunking, some good runs, some good third down conversions, and into the end zone for the score. So Tuslaw breaks the huddle. And they hand this one off over the right-hand side. Nice run across the 20, all the way down to the 20. Let's see where they spot him at. 26-yard line from Eberhardt. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It is Fairless 7, Tuslaw 6. Battle for the Blue Cup. More action when we come back. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for a job that's more than just a paycheck? Rooster Cheese, the largest Swiss cheese manufacturer in the country, is hiring energetic production team members in Brewster, Ohio. Enjoy competitive wages, amazing benefits, a free on-site clinic, fitness center, seasonal lunches, family holiday parties, and so much more. Join a team that values hard work and a great environment. Apply today at 800 Wabash Avenue South, Brewster, Ohio. That's 800 Wabash Avenue South. Rooster Cheese is where your future begins.
When the job calls for skill, reliability, and a team that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, call Dirty Hands Excavating. Family owned and operated by Marissa and Brandon Carl, Dirty Hands is a proud IBEW and NECA contractor, bringing you quality work with honest values. So when you want it done right, call the pros who care. Dirty Hands at 330-327-3487. That's 330-327-3487. Dirty Hands, a contractor who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty for a brighter future.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Falcons lead the Mustangs 7-0 in the battle for the Blue Cup. Tuslaw now moving from left to right on your radio dial. Under center, and they're going to go, I don't know if that was miscommunication or if they were just trying to do a quarterback sneak to pick up the first down, but Ethan Hare took it himself and does pick up the first down. So on second and short, the quarterback keeper moves the chains. Now Tuslaw going speed up. Little hurry up offense, sending three receivers to the left. Now they're checking with the sideline. Tight end right. Eberhard to the right of Hare in the backfield. Takes the snap and hands it off right up the middle to Eberhard. And he'll get stopped after a gain of 1 and then driven backwards, but they mark the forward progress. A great job from the defensive front for Fairless that crashed down. Hare held that ball in there for a long time, too, watching that backside defensive end to see whether or not he could pull that and keep it himself on the read option. But a gain of 2 underway here in the second quarter. Fairless 7, Tuslaw 6. The Mustangs send 3 receivers to the wide side left, tight end right. Eberhard to the right of Hare in the backfield. Little shovel pass. That's an incompletion. They ran the shovel pass to Eberhard, and he dropped that. That's why a lot of teams like that play, because if it is a mishandle, it counts as an incomplete pass. But it will be 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs. They have three running backs in the backfield, 1 on each side and 1 behind Hare. They turn, hand it off to the up back on the right-hand side. He'll only get a few, and it'll be a 4th down and force the punting unit onto the field for the Mustangs. 10:40 remaining in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we're going to send it back to the studio, get the news from Jeff Mears, and jump in the scoreboard, and talk a little bit about tomorrow's matchup as well, and break down some of the playoff scenarios. A lot of them. A lot of playoff scenarios. The big one here as well. If you win tonight, you have a chance. You still need help, but whoever wins tonight will still have an outside chance of sneaking into the playoffs. So not only do you win the Blue Cup, but you've got a chance to continue your season. On to punt for Tuslaw. The run-up and the kick. A very high backwards trajectory punt will bounce and settle down at the 38-yard line. That's the best field position. And then there's going to be a penalty marker on the far side of the field, and I imagine this is going to go against Hunter Dean. I think this is his 2nd or 3rd personal foul here tonight. And they've all been on special teams. Again, so far away from the play, that punt was downed on the hash near me. I am on the home sideline. And that penalty took place outside of the numbers on the far side of the field at the 30-yard line. Just unnecessary. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. We'll push Fairless all the way back to the 23-yard line. 22-yard line. Check that. So Ritterbeck and McVicker and Kirby and Carl and Dean, the whole big offense for Fairless back out onto the field. They break the huddle. McVicker back in that tailback, and then they're going to spread him out to the right. 2 receivers to the right. Man in motion now, tight end. That's Snavely. And they're going to fake the jet sweep to Carl. And Ritterbeck's going to keep it himself, get across the 25-yard line, and will be spotted just about in between the 25 and the 26 for 2nd down. That was Eberhard coming up, making the tackle for Tuslaw. Second and 6 for Fairless. 2 receivers to the left. Carl in motion now from left to right. They fake to him. Ritterbeck back to pass, setting up the wide receiver screen. That's caught. Across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, down the sidelines. Finally knocked out of bounds. Zachary Gilkerson across the 50-yard line. But Coach Sarbaugh is not happy. I think they're getting Fairless with a hold. I thought I saw it early on in the play and then continued to follow the ball carrier, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a hold against Fairless. So it is a hold against the Falcons. The big catch and run from Zachary Gilkerson is going to be negated. And that pushes them back to the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 10 now at the 22. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Fairless leads 7-6 over Tuslaw. Man in motion from left to right. That's Snavely. He sets up on the right-hand side. They fake it. And rolling out to the right is Ritterbeck. He's pressured, going, throwing, and that's going to be way out of bounds. Incomplete. Great backside pressure from Tuslaw's Luis Ramos and Caden Lawson, forcing Ritterbeck to just throw that one away. Now sets up a big 3rd and 10. Penalties have been really the thorn in the side of the Falcons in this game. Multiple personal foul penalties, late hits, unnecessary roughnesses, a big holding penalty that negated a big catch and run from Zachary Gilkerson. The drive where they went down and scored was their least, that started off with all the penalties. So 3rd and 10 for Fairless. Ritterbeck by himself. He's back to pass. He's looking, slings this one down the sidelines, and it's picked off. That's Ritterbeck's 2nd interception of the ball game. Parker Reinhardt read that perfectly. Ritterbeck floated that one up. There was multiple receivers and defenders in the area, and that pass just kind of floated along the sidelines. And Tuslaw with a huge defensive stand. 8:35 left in the first quarter. They'll start this drive off into Fairless territory. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Two receivers to the right, tight left, under center. They turn, hand this one off over the right-hand side across the 30, 25, still on his feet all the way down near the 20-yard line. A great run from Nathan Eberhard. Eberhard, 5'9", 185 pounds, can just kind of hide behind that offensive line, and he gets right to the 20-yard line and on the doorstep of the RG Drag red zone. Two back split in the backfield. Turn, toss. Reinhardt over the right-hand side across the 15. Cut back to the 10. Still on his feet, driving to the end zone. He will be marked down short of the line at the 1-yard line. 1st and 10 for Massillon Tuslaw. Excuse me, 1st and goal at the 1. What am I talking about? Eberhard, a great run along the sideline, battling to get to the goal line, and a 1st and goal from the Falcons. Excuse me, on the Falcons 1. Under center is Hare. And a false start on Tuslaw. It's the same thing that happened to them earlier in the ball game. They'd get in short yardage and they'd bring in, set up a different formation and have a false start. They did it on a 3rd down. They did it on a 4th down earlier in the first quarter. Now they're doing it on the goal line. That's going to push them back to the 5. Still 1st and goal. 7:45 remaining in the first half. Hare under center. They go 3 backs in a line in the backfield. Turn, hand off right up the middle. Picking up a few is Eberhard, and he'll be down to the 3-yard line. They put Eberhard in the middle. They bring Caden Lawson in, and he lines up to the right. And they bring in one of their other running backs, and he ends up on the left. This time, Lawson is an up back. And in the shotgun is Hare. Eberhard to his right. Ball on the right hash. Turn, handed off to Eberhard. He bounces off defender and dives into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown run. Tuslaw back on top. A 40-yard drive off of a Mikey Ritterbeck interception. And Tuslaw retakes the lead with 6:59 left in the first half. And this time, looks like they're going to attempt the point after. We're going to try the field goal, the extra point. You know what I mean. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and boy, he booted that thing through. What a great kick. That was Luke Rolling, and the Tuslaw Mustangs lead 13-7, 6:59 left in the first half. We're going to step away and take a break. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Maslin Tuslaw Mustangs on top 13-7. The kickoff returned by Fairless out to the 30-yard line, and the Falcons will take over 1st and 10. It's a nice drive on that last scoring drive for Tuslaw. Just kept it pretty simple, just running the football. Nathan Eberhart did a great job on that drive, had a log run down the sidelines and able to pound it in once they got to 1st and goal. See what Fairless can do to answer. 6:52 left in the first half. Fairless trails 7-13. Falcons break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left. 2 tight ends. Man in motion now from right to left. That's Carl, and they hit him with the jet sweep. He's got room across the 35. Bends it out to the numbers across the 40. Little hesitation across midfield and pushed out of bounds. And a penalty marker comes in. And we'll see if they get Tuslaw with a late hit out of bounds now and add 15 on to this one. Is it rivalry week? You betcha. So we'll see what the official call is on the field. That's a dead ball. Personal foul against Tuslaw. So that'll tack 15 onto the end of the long run by Cam Carl. And that moves the Fairless Falcons all the way to the Tuslaw 29-yard line. They started this at the 30, and in one play all the way down to the 29 of Tuslaw. Ritterbeck in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself over to the right side. Gets through the first level, brought down at the 25-yard line, so they'll give him a gain of 5 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 5, 6:30 left in the first half. So they gave him 4 yards on the carry, 2nd and 6 at the 25. They break the huddle, send 2 receivers to the left, single wide out right, tight right. Pistol formation for Ritterbeck. He slings this over to the left side. That's caught by Gilkerson. He's immediately brought down at the 17-yard line. Picks up the first down and moves the Falcons in the RG Drag red zone. First and 10. Ball at the 18. Fairless moving right to left with the ball on the left hash. Carl goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Ritterbeck keeps it himself, and he gets a yard on the carry and is immediately brought down. Coming up, making the tackle was Mason Kaufman, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. And it'll be 2nd and 9, ball at the 17-yard line in the RG Drag red zone. 5:20 left in the first half. Battle for the Blue Cup. What a great atmosphere. Gotta tell you, it's just spectacular. What spectacular. It's cold, though. Not going to lie, it's a little chilly. Not used to this yet. 2nd and 9 for Fairless. Ritterbeck in the pistol with McVicker. Man in motion from right to left. Ritterbeck rolling out to his right. Throws. Caught at the 10 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Peter Snavely. The 6'4", 220-pound junior. An easy pass and catch, and it's all tied up with the extra point to follow. Peter Snavely. He is a serious weapon on the Fairless Falcons. 6'4", 220, is only a junior, big frame, great on defense as well. As the snapback kick is up, and it is good. Fairless back on top, 14-13, 4:51 left in the half. We're going to take a break. It's high school football on the start, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Falcons go back on top, 14-13, 4:51 left in the first half. Snavely with the 17-yard touchdown. Robinson on to kick. The run up and the kick. And that will be fielded at the 5-yard line. Across the 10, 15, gets to the 20 at the numbers on the right-hand side. And is brought down at the 30-yard line. Tuslaw will take over 1st and 10. 4:45 left in the first half. Let's check on some scores. Lake 17, Green 7. That game's really taken off. Green needs a win to have an outside chance of sneaking into the postseason. So that's a big game for the Green Bulldogs. They desperately need a dub. Same here. Winner has a chance for the playoffs. They need some help. But a win gets you the Blue Cup, and it also gets you a chance to play in the postseason with a little bit of help. We'll check those scores at halftime as well of who both these teams need to lose and see where they're at. Be a shame if one of them doesn't at least get in. 5-yard carry on that first play from Eberhard. 2nd and 5 now at the 35-yard line. They turn, hand it off right up the gut again. He'll get to the 40 and should move the chains for a first down. And it will. First down for Tuslaw. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Down to 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Tuslaw has 2 timeouts remaining. Fairless has all 3. And they go Hare under center. Eberhardt lines up behind him. Turn, hand it off to Eberhardt again up the middle. He's going to pick up another 5 yards on the carry. So he's got to be averaging like 7-8 yards a carry this game. His last 3 carries have all been for 5 yards each. Gotta keep an eye on the clock. 3:30 now left in the first half. 2nd and 5 at the Tuslaw 45. Turn, handy Eberhard over the right-hand side. A little hesitation, waiting for a blocker. Gets across the 50. And another first down for Tuslaw. So that'll move the chains. He gets out of bounds, so the clock stops at 3:16 left in the half. Fairless 14. Tuslaw 13. Tuslaw went for a 2-point conversion on their opening score of the game, and they failed that conversion. Now they sit a point behind. Hare in the shotgun. They have an up back along with Nathan Eberhard lined up to his right. Handed off to Eberhard again. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 41-yard line. Another big run from Nathan Eberhard. Fairless's defense just cannot stop him. He's picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. And now sets them up 2nd and 4 at the 42. They go 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center, turn, handed off to Eberhard, trying to bounce it outside. Now puts his foot in the dirt, gets upfield, all the way down inside the 30-yard line to the 29. Another first down. Nathan Eberhard has taken this drive over and has carried the ball on every play this drive. 1st and 10 at the 29. 2:10 left in the first half. They go 2 receivers to the left, receiver and tight right, and whistle, and a timeout from Fairless. AJ Sarbaugh wants to talk about it. 2:02 left in the half. Fairless 14, Tuslaw 13. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And we are back at Fairless. 14 for the Falcons, 13 for Tuslaw. 2:02 left in the first half. Tuslaw driving 1st and 10 at the Fairless 29-yard line. Hare in the shotgun, and he turns. And a quarterback read option. He's going to keep it himself, get over the right-hand side across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. That was a great read option from Ethan Hare, the senior quarterback, because a defender from Fairless shot right through and took out Nathan Eberhard. And Hare wisely pulled that, kept it over the right-hand side, picked up 5 on the carry. They turn, hand it off to Eberhard up the middle, breaking tackles. Boy, is he shifty. There's a ton of people around him, and he's finding a way to dance amongst all those bodies and pick up another first down. Now, Tuslaw inside the RG Drag red zone. 1st and 10 from the 15, 1:20 left in the half. 3 running backs in the backfield, straight line. Under center is Hare. He turns, little trickery. They looked like they were going to throw it, and they do. They throw it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tuslaw. Trickery on that play. They handed it off to Parker Reinhardt. He did not cross the line of scrimmage. It looked like he was going to run, and he waves his hands to have Eberhard run into the end zone. And Reinhardt throws it to him for the touchdown with 1:08 left in the first half. What a play. Back and forth and back and forth. I think Tuslaw is going to go for two again. They set the ball up on the left hash. Offense staying out onto the field. Trying to make it a 7-point game. Turn, back to pass, throws it out into the left side. That's going to be incomplete, no good. So it's 14-19, 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the first half. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Mustangs back on top, 19-14, 1 minute remaining in the first half. 2-point conversion was no good from Tuslaw. That's how we get to the 19-14 score. An unusual score. The run-up and the kick from Tuslaw, that will be fielded at the 6-yard line. At the far side numbers across the 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, finally pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they spot him at. Looks like it'll be at the 32-yard line. So Fairless, 59 seconds remaining to try to get one more score before half. Fairless will get the ball to start the second half. They send 3 receivers to the left, single wide out right. Fairless moving from right to left. Back to pass is Ritterbeck. He's looking over into the right flat, throws, and just airmails that over the head of Zachary Gilkerson. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. That play only took 4 seconds off the clock. Get into a weird situation here, too, where you don't want to throw in, you want to try to score, but you don't want to leave time if you're not able to convert. Fairless with with 2 timeouts. Tuslaw with 2. Man in motion, that's Carl from left to right. Ritterbeck back to pass. Looks to the right-hand side. Sets up the wide receiver screen. Caught. Breaking a tackle. Another tackle. Still on his feet. Across the 40-yard line and knocked out of bounds was Gilkerson. 6'2", 165-pound senior. Was able to pick up nice yards on second down. Get out of bounds. 3rd and 2 with 46 seconds left. Fairless breaks the huddle. Sends 2 receivers to the right. Single wide out outside the hash on the left. Ritterbeck, straight quarterback run over the right-hand side. Has enough to pick up the first down. Clock will stop while they move the chains at 42 seconds. And Fairless takes the timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. The teams we have to keep an eye on tonight, if either of these teams are to try to make it into the postseason, Massillon currently sitting at the 13 seed. Tuslaw, Fairless at the 15 seed. With a win, they need help. And the 3 teams are South Range, Pie Valley, and Manchester. Manchester's 10, South Range is 11, Pie Valley is 12. They control their own destiny. So if those schools win, they are in. If either of them lose, Tuslaw or Fairless has a chance to sneak in. Whichever team wins here tonight, the loser. Not only do they not get the the Blue Cup, their season is complete. Empty backfield for Ritterbeck. 3 to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Back to pass is Ritterbeck. He looks, rolls out to the right, and that's going to be complete. The receiver was open on the sideline and was not able to bring that in. So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 37 seconds remaining in the half. So Fairless in the pistol. Ritterbeck and McVicker. 3 receivers to the left. Single wide out right. Ritterbeck rolling out to his right. Throws it into the flat. That is caught by Cam Carl, but only after a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 32 seconds left. And I imagine if they do not get the football and the clock is running, we're going to see a timeout from Fairless here. As Fairless has 2 timeouts remaining. Excuse me, Fairless has 1 timeout. Tuslaw with 2. Fairless 14, Tuslaw 19. 32 seconds left in the half. Ritterbeck in the backfield with McVicker. He takes the snap, back to pass, throws it out into the right flat. That is caught, staying. They mark him out of bounds, short of the line to gain. He just gets to midfield, so it'll be 4th down. Clock stops, 26 seconds left. We'll see Fairless leaves the offense out onto the field to try to pick up the 4th and 4.
He fits right in.
So 26 seconds left. Fairless brings in Peter Snavely. Bronson Brown steps out of the game. Fairless doesn't get this. They're going to give the ball over to Tuslaw with 20 seconds left at midfield. 2 receivers to the wide side right. Single wide out left. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's looking. He's rolling out to his right. He's got pressure. Slings this one over, and it is caught inbounds and is knocked out of bounds. 1st down for Fairless with 19 seconds left. And I believe that was Gilkerson with the reception on the far sideline. So Fairless sends 3 receivers to the left, single wide out right. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's looking, throws it again over into that flat. And that is caught. Aiden Curtis with the reception. Now Fairless is at the 28-yard line. Another 1st down. 15 seconds left in the half. 1 timeout remaining for the Falcons. They trail 19-14 to Tuslaw. Just a simple out route for Fairless. Tuslaw is given a huge cushion on the back end. Their secondary does not want to get beat, but Fairless is just taking advantage of what the defense has given them. Out routes to the sideline, and they're moving the ball down the field. 1st and 10 at the 28. Ritterbeck takes it, back to pass. He's looking again, wide open on the left side is Gilkerson at the 20. 15. That was a man. Was a play by Gilkerson, and a flag comes out. You're not allowed to hurdle in high school football. Boy, what a catch and run after the catch from Gilkerson. See what the official actually calls here. He's made personal foul against Fairless. So that's going to push them back. You are not allowed to hurdle in high school football. That was I got to tell you, though, that was a heck of a play from Gilkerson. Caught that in the flat, running. So the penalty takes him back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. The bad thing is that took a lot of time off the clock. There's only 7 seconds remaining in the half. So Fairless is going to have to try to take a shot to the middle of the field somewhere and call the timeout. And that timeout is going to be gone. Fairless taking their last timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. And Coach Sarbaugh and the official on that sideline having words. And the official's trying to explain that you're not allowed to hurdle like he did. So we've got 7 seconds remaining in the half. Fairless 14, Tuslaw 19, excuse me. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And Fairless is out of timeouts. So likely we're going to see a shot to the end zone. Peter Snavely, 6'4", Gilkerson, 6'2". I imagine those are going to be the targets for Mikey Ritterbeck if they decide to go to the end zone. Ontrell Hunter, 6'2" as well. So you get your big, tall guys down there. They send 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Tight end on the right-hand side. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's rolling out to his right, throws it to the sidelines, and throws it over the head of Gilkerson with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. So we'll have one last play before halftime. And on to the field is Jameis Robinson, the 5'11", 175-pound junior, who is going to attempt a field goal. Ball is at the 26-yard line. They place the tee at the 33. This will be a 43-yard attempt by the sophomore. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is no good. That's a low line driver that didn't even get to the end zone, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Your score, Fairless 14, Tuslaw 19. Halftime activities at the Blue Cup. We're going to step away and take a break, send it back to the studio, and get the news from Jeff Mears, and then bring it right back here and get you ready for second half action. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92radiosports.com.
When the job calls for skill, reliability, and a team that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, call Dirty Hands Excavating. Family owned and operated by Marissa and Brandon Carl, Dirty Hands is a proud IBEW and NECA contractor, bringing you quality work with honest values. So when you want it done right, call the pros who care. Dirty Hands at 330-327-3487. That's 330-327-3487. Dirty Hands, a contractor who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty for a brighter future.
Looking for a job that's more than just a paycheck? Rooster Cheese, the largest Swiss cheese manufacturer in the country, is hiring energetic production team members in Brewster, Ohio. Enjoy competitive wages, amazing benefits, a free on-site clinic, fitness center, seasonal lunches, family holiday parties, and so much more. Join a team that values hard work and a great environment. Apply today at 800 Wabash Avenue South, Brewster, Ohio. That's 800 Wabash Avenue South. Rooster Cheese is where your future begins.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday Night Football Special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now, 330-837-9944.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A freeze warning has been issued for an area including Stark County in effect from midnight tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. The National Weather Service says the region can expect temperatures to fall to as low as 31. Conditions could kill crops and other sensitive vegetation. The complete forecast is on the way. A man accused in a shooting at a North Canton apartment complex has been formally charged by a Stark County grand jury. 38-year-old Brian Francisco of North Canton was indicted on 8 counts of felonious assault and 4 counts of improperly discharging a firearm at or into a habitation. He's also charged with 1 count of inducing panic, 2 counts of criminal damage or endangering, and 12 gun specifications. Francisco is scheduled for arraignment October 31st. He was arrested after the October 9th incident at their Versailles Garden Apartments on Apple Grove Street. Francisco allegedly was shooting through the walls of an apartment when gunfire struck a woman. Police rescued her through a window as the shooting continued. She was taken to Mercy Hospital for treatment of multiple wounds. The victim of a fatal train versus pedestrian accident in Canton has been identified. The Stark County Coroner's Office says 26-year-old Jocelyn Stanley of Canton was struck by a train near the 1200 block of Camden Avenue Southwest Thursday morning. She was taken to Altman Hospital and died shortly thereafter. The cause of death was blunt force trauma. Investigator Tammy Wilkes says Stanley was homeless. The Canton Metro crash team investigated the incident. The Stark Metropolitan Housing Authority has fired its housing voucher director, Becky Vallecchio, citing poor job performance. She ran the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, which helps low-income residents pay rent. But the agency has been falling short, using only about 1,300 of its more than 1,700 available vouchers and spending just 86% of its federal budget this year, even with a waiting list of 700 people. A review found Vallecchio failed to meet federal requirements and didn't respond to leadership requests. According to the repository, Executive Director Danita Johnson said previously that if misunderstanding about federal reporting deadlines added to the problem, the agency now has until the end of the year to catch up and avoid possible funding cuts. The deadline to close a deal to take Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment private has been extended to October 31st. An SEC filing shows the buyer and its affiliates also provided another $2 million for general corporate purposes. Hall of Fame Resort entered into a deal with HOFV Holdings in May. HOFV is an affiliate of Industrial Realty Group, which is led by Stuart Lichter, who is also on the resort's board of directors. Shareholders recently approved the agreement that would see the resort merge with Omaha Merger Sub and be a wholly owned subsidiary of HOFV Holdings. The deal has not been approved by creditors, who would exchange notes for equity in the new company this year. A man caught trying to run from Ravenna police has now pleaded guilty to trafficking methamphetamine. 31-year-old Cody Baldwin Neiswanger entered the plea today in Portage County Common Pleas Court. He was stopped on Main Street July 5th when officers found he had an outstanding warrant. Baldwin Neiswanger gave them a fake name and tried to flee but was tracked down by a police canine. A search turned up 27 grams of meth and more than $600 in cash. Baldwin Neiswanger agreed to forfeit the money and will be sentenced after a pre-sentence investigation. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
A contractor from East Liverpool is accused of taking thousands of dollars for work he never completed. Court records show 44-year-old Aaron Hook was paid $38,000 up front to remodel a home on Carlisle Road in Lisbon in November 2024, but police say the job was never done. Hook was indicted by a Columbiana County grand jury in June. He was arraigned in August and pleaded not guilty, then failed to appear for an October 8th court hearing. Hook was later arrested by the Columbiana County Sheriff's Office and is due back in court November 14th. A Leetonia man and former school bus driver has been sentenced for secretly watching a 12-year-old girl change in a school locker room. 49-year-old Scott Andre pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor voyeurism charge and was found guilty in Columbiana County Municipal Court Thursday. Judge Tim McNichol ordered Andre to serve 60 days of electronically monitored house arrest, pay a $500 fine, complete 20 hours of community service, and have no contact with the victim. He must also register as a Tier 1 sex offender for 15 years. The incident happened in April 2024. New DNA evidence has led to an arrest in a Canfield rape case dating back 25 years. U.S. Marshals arrested 57-year-old Jack Sheets in Akron Thursday. A Mahoning County grand jury indicted him on 1 count of rape and 2 counts of kidnapping. Investigators say the charges stem from a 2000 attack on a 30-year-old woman on North Broad Street. Sheets, a former Canfield resident, recently served 9 years in prison for rape and burglary in Trumbull County. The Ohio Attorney General's office is handling the case. A Youngstown woman has been found not guilty in the shooting death of her 7-year-old son. 31-year-old Markeisha Driver was acquitted Thursday of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering after a Mahoning County jury deliberated for 2 hours. Prosecutors said her son, Devontae Housley, found a loaded gun last October and accidentally shot himself. Driver said she hid the gun after finding it in the house. It had been purchased by her brother 2 days earlier. 3 other children were also home during the shooting. A Summit Academy student in Warren was sent home after school officials found a kill list on his cell phone. Police say the list was written in the phone's Notes app and reported by staff. WFMJ-TV reports the student, a 12th grader, was not at school when officers arrived. The principal told police a similar incident happened there in 2022. Authorities have not released the student's name or said whether any disciplinary action or charges will be filed. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, a freeze warning is in effect from midnight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. Patchy frost, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, and a low near 33. The chilly conditions give way to partly sunny skies Saturday, a high of 54. For Q92 News, I'm Jeff Mears.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com. An official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Flint Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame City. But the action starts early with our special Massillon-McKinley pregame show brought to you by Sarda that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwood and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present. Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Scheer along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson. Massillon versus McKinley this Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless High School. Our halftime score, the Fairless Falcons 14, the Tuslaw Mustangs 19. An interesting first half. I think if you look at that, the 2 turnovers from Fairless right now, the 2 interceptions, 1 a pick 6 on their opening drive, and then another interception late in the second quarter have really led to Tuslaw having the advantage in this ball game. Plus, the running from Nathan Eberhardt for Tuslaw has been a bit the difference maker. He has been picking up 6-7 yards a carry throughout the entire game, and it's just been a workhorse for Tuslaw. Fairless, they keep shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. They'll get in great field position, have a penalty, a lot of personal fouls. It is a rivalry game. It's the battle for the Blue Cup. All right. I wanted to see if I can find some other scores for you because the winner of tonight's game has a chance to make the playoffs. It's just a chance. But if they get some help, the winner has a chance to get in. They need a loss from Manchester, South Range, or Pie Valley. So I'm looking for the scores now. Manchester, South Range, or Pie Valley to see if we can see where those teams are at. Excuse me. While we go through the scoreboard, we'll talk a little bit. Malvern 6, East Canton nothing. That game's at halftime. I'll announce some scores when I see them. Also, the playoff points have been changed a little bit because they announced that the games that were canceled throughout the season have been marked as forfeits. So points have been either handed out or taken away, and it's definitely changed some things up a little bit. Let's see here. See what I can do if I can find some of those scores here. Thought I had them a second ago. Now they all disappeared off. There, we'll try. Let's see, South Range. South Range. Let's see what their score is right now. Yeah, none of my stuff wants to work. All right. I will work on this. I promise. I'm sorry. All right. Got a couple minutes left here at halftime. South Range games. They are currently losing. Hubbard is beating South Range right now. Score of 17-8. That is huge for both these teams here tonight, as South Range currently sits at the 11th spot. If they win, South Range could be at anywhere from 5 to 10. With a loss, they can go from 7th to out. So it all comes down to how many points these teams get from the win or the loss. Let's see here. Pie Valley tonight. They play Grand Valley. Let's see if we can find Grand Valley. The internet is not being my friend. Grand Valley Mustangs. Let's see. Grand Valley. They are currently. Oh, so here's something to know. Grand Valley is playing Pie Valley right now. So clearly one of those teams is going to lose. The best chance for the winner of tonight's game to get in is for Pie Valley to lose. That would be huge. They are currently the 12th seed. If Tuslaw beats Fairless tonight and Pie Valley loses, I think, not guaranteed, not 100%, but I think they can get in with a loss. So with a win tonight, I think they could jump Pie Valley. So just some things to keep an eye on. And this game is a lot more than just for the Blue Cup here tonight. We're going to go through and give you some more scores from the area. Let's see what we have. All right. Perry 14, Glen Oak 0. That game is at halftime. Jackson 7, Hoover 6, halftime. Manchester 14th, Northwest 0. So Manchester is currently the 10th seed. So right now, the best case scenario for whoever wins tonight is for Pie Valley and South Range to lose. Let's see. Carrollton 17, Minerva 7, Lake 17, Green 10, Canton South 27, West Holmes 21, Canton Central Catholic 40, St. Thomas Aquinas nothing, Louisville 50, Worcester 0, Sandy Valley 14, Tuscarawas Valley 0. Alliance in Marlington, I have a score for that. It is just not on that app. Halftime, Alliance 27, Marlington 6. So there's some scores for you. We're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, it will be about that time to get the second half underway. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92radiosports.com. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday night football special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now. 330-837-9944.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Splits Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame City. But the action starts early with our special Massillon McKinley pregame show brought to you by Sarda that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwin and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present.
Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Scheer along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson.
Massillon versus McKinley this Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Fairless halftime, and the Fairless Falcons trail the Tuslaw Mustangs 14-19. If you just were listening, you heard tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Sam Berkwin and me are going to be at the Gridiron Gastropub inside the Hall of Fame Village for the McKinley Massillon pregame show. We got a great lineup of guests. There's going to be food specials. There's games, yard games, cornhole, drinks. It's Dora, so you can grab a drink and walk around and enjoy yourself. We're going to have a station where you can make signs, bring your own signs down. Just come hang out. Got some really cool guests lined up. Antonio Hall, who has been with me all year. He is not here today. He won't be here tomorrow, but we had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week. I talked to Dominique Robinson from the Chicago Bears. He is the last McKinley quarterback to beat the Massillon Tigers. Got to talk with him. Devin Jordan, former Massillon Tiger and Ohio State Buckeye and current coach down at Ohio State. He's going to join us. We've got the mayors. We've got superintendents. We've got basketball coaches. We've got a whole slate of guests lined up tomorrow, and that'll lead us right up to kickoff for the big game, the War of 1894. And hope you can join us. We're going to be on Facebook, YouTube, and X all morning long. And then the game, obviously, kickoff 2 o'clock from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. You can listen to it on Facebook, YouTube, and X at Q92 Radio or Q92 Sports. And look forward to, hope you can come down and hang out. Should be a beautiful day tomorrow for the biggest rivalry in high school sports. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with Sammy B all morning long. And then I'm going to run up to the booth and join Clint Scroggs for the call of the game tomorrow. Looking forward to that as well. So hope you can join us. If you can't join us in person, hope you are listening. So getting ready for second half action here in Fairless. 19 for Tuslaw, 14 for the Fairless Falcons. And Fairless will have a chance to get on the board first here in the second half. A cold night to be riding your motorcycle around. Got a score coming in, 90-yard kickoff return, starting things off at halftime between Hoover and Jackson. Hoover takes the second half kickoff 90 yards to the house. It's a good game there between Jackson and Hoover. All right, on to kick for Tuslaw, Luke Rolling. He's got the ball teed up at their 40-yard line. Back deep for the Fairless Falcons, Cam Carl. And I believe that, can't see the other gentleman back there, but they're standing at their 3-yard line. And the run-up and the kick. Third quarter action underway. Great kick. Going to be taken by Carl at the 2. Across the 10. Bends it back to the middle of the field. Stutter steps, makes a man miss, gets across the 20 down to the 23-yard line. And that's where the Falcons will take over first and 10. So Mikey Ritterbeck thrown 2 interceptions in that first half. Needs to do a better job protecting the ball in the second half. The first interception was a pick 6 that put Tuslaw on the board first. So Ritterbeck breaks the huddle. Troy McVicker lines up in the pistol behind him. Fairless moving from right to left. Throw a little slant route. That's caught across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, all the way down to the 41-yard line. A nice little slant route to Cam Carl. You want to get him in space. The 5'9", 170-pound senior is explosive. He's got great speed and is very shifty in the open field. Takes this one down to the 40-yard line. First and 10, Fairless. Same formation on the right hash. Ritterbeck back to pass, throws it out into the flat, caught at the 45, gets forward to the 47. That's Carl again, and the adjustments at halftime looks like they've been made. Tuslaw has been given a huge cushion on the outside, does not want to get beat deep by Fairless's speedy receivers, and they're given a big cushion, and now Fairless is starting to take advantage of it. Second and 4. Ball at the 46-yard line. Ritterbeck keeps it himself over the right-hand side, gets across midfield to the 45, brought down at the 44-yard line. And picking up the first down for Fairless. Everhart with the tackle. And it's first and 10, Fairless at the Tuslaw 45. 10:52 left in the third quarter. Fairless 14, Tuslaw driving. It's Fairless's opening drive of the first half. 2 receivers to the left. Man in motion from right to left. That's Carl. They hit him with the jet sweep and hit Fairless with a false start. So that play is going to be blown dead, and Fairless is going to get bumped back 5 yards to midfield. We've seen this throughout the first half. Little mistakes for Fairless. A lot of personal fouls in this game, but little mistakes getting into short yardage and having a penalty just push them back. This time, a 5-yard penalty makes it first and 15. And man in motion, that's Carl. Ritterbeck back to pass, setting up the wide receiver screen on the right side. That is caught across the 40. That's Gilkerson. And another penalty flag in. We'll see what this one's called. It's on the far side of the field, and Tuslaw saying that this is another penalty against Fairless. Penalties have just killed them today. And we'll check with the official. And still no word. Officials are still discussing. And they're going to wave the flag off. So that is a 5-yard reception. 5-yard run. And it's 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line. They break the huddle, send 2 receivers to the right, single wide out left. Ritterbeck in the pistol with McVicker behind him. McVicker now goes to his right. And straight quarterback run from Ritterbeck. And he will pick up 3 yards on the carry. It'll set up 3rd and 2 for Fairless. They shifted McVicker to the right and used him as a lead blocker and just let Ritterbeck run with the football. So 3rd down on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter for Fairless. 9:30 left in the 3rd. It's Tuslaw 19, Fairless 14. I imagine if Fairless does not pick this up, that this is 4-down territory for them. And they're going to go 2 receivers to the right, to the left. McVicker in the pistol. Carl in motion from right to left. Ritterbeck takes it, swing route over to Carl in the flat. He catches it across the 35, 40, cuts it back, 35, 30, 25, and is brought down at the 21-yard line. Boy, he is so quick and elusive in open field. They will mark that at the 22, so it'll be 1st and 10 with 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, just outside the RG Drag red zone. 2 receivers to the right, pistol formation with McVicker and Ritterbeck. Turn, hand to McVicker over to left-hand side. Runs into the defender from Tuslaw. That was Caden Lawson, who stops McVicker after a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8, right at the 20-yard line. $8:25 left in the 3rd quarter. Fairless sends single wide out to the right. Peter Snavely on the right as a tight end. Pistol with McVicker and Ritterbeck. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's looking, throws this right down the middle, and it's caught into the end zone for the score. 20-yard touchdown pass to Hunter Dean. And the Fairless Falcons back on top, 20-19. Just a simple little seam route run by Hunter Dean. And Ritterbeck able to make a strong throw and get Dean into the end zone for the score with 8:09 left. And the Fairless Falcons lead 20-19. Jameis Robinson on for the extra point. He puts it up and through. So 8:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Fairless 21, Tuslaw 19. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92radiosports.com.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
This is head coach AJ Sarbaugh from the Fairless Falcons. You're listening to high school football on Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Falcons take the opening drive and go the length of the field and into the end zone for the score. They take the lead 21-19. 8:09 left in the 3rd. And the run up and the kickoff. Low kick, the bounce and fielded at the 4-yard line across the 10 on the right side. Moving to the middle across the 20, 25. And that is where he is brought down. That was Luis Ramos with the return. So Tuslaw will take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Last time Tuslaw had the football, Nathan Eberhardt was the focus of the offense. We just kept feeding him the football, and he kept trotting down the field and getting on the board for Tuslaw. So 1st and 10 at the 25. 8:02 left in the third quarter. 3 running backs in the backfield with Hare. They turn, hand it off to Eberhard right up the middle, and he's going to continue to push forward, gets across the 30, finally brought down at the 31-yard line, so a good 6-yard run from Nathan Eberhard, the 5'9", 185-pound senior running back. Second and 4 now at the 31. 3 running backs in the backfield, this time Hare under center. Here comes the pressure from Fairless, and they hand it off. And let's see which back that was with the carry. That was Patrick Fox with the carry, and he'll pick up maybe 2, and it'll be 3rd and 3. Ball at the Tuslaw 32-yard line. They go 3 backs again. Hare under center, 3 backs in a line. They turn. Hand it off to Eberhard. Eberhard plows forward and is going to have enough for the first down. He was initially stopped right at the line to gain and continues to churn his legs and push forward and gets all the way out to the 39.5-yard line, and another first down for the Mustangs with 6:55 left in the third quarter. Tuslaw moving from left to right. This time Eberhard to the right of Hare. There's an up back. That's Caden Lawson. They hand it off to Eberhard. This time he has stood up, coming through. A great job from Caleb Roudbush with the stop after a gain of 1 from Eberhard. Sorry, I messed up his name. That was Caleb Roudbush. So 2nd and 8. Turn, pitch. Eberhard over the right-hand side. Gets across the 45, down to the 47-yard line. Another good run from him, putting Tuslaw in a 3rd and manageable position with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Don't forget to give us a follow on all of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads. We're everywhere. Q92 Sports. Follow us on YouTube as well at Q92 Radio. Big third down for both teams. Tuslaw breaks the huddle, 3rd and 3. 5:30 left in the third. And a false start again. Tuslaw has done this multiple times. Tuslaw has been in short yardage situations, and they continue to jump off sides. They keep pointing at Fairless, saying like Fairless is drawing them off sides. And it is a snap of infringement against Fairless. They are mimicking the snap counts. And because of that, it's forcing the Tuslaw offensive line to jump off sides. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Fairless and a first down for Tuslaw across midfield at the Fairless 49-yard line. Tuslaw goes back to the 3 running backs in the backfield. They turn, hand it off over the left-hand side. Running a defender over was Caden Lawson. And he'll pick up 8 on the carry. A good run on first down for Tuslaw. And they'll have 2nd and 2. This would be a really good position to run a play action and try to hit a receiver sneaking out of the backfield on this 3rd and 2. I'm usually wrong. And I am again. They hand it off to Eberhard right up the middle, picking up the first down, going across the 35-yard line. Now they're going to spot him right at the 35, but another first down for the Mustangs. We are under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's Fairless 21, Tuslaw 19. First and 10. Hand off to Lawson, right up the middle. Boy, the push that the Tuslaw offensive line is getting is just ridiculous. They are driving Fairless's defensive front 2 and 3 yards back. And by that time, the running back's getting past them and into the second level. That was a gain of 4 on that carry. It's 2nd and 6 for Tuslaw. Ball at the 31-yard line. Hare under center. Eberhard lines up behind him. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Penalty marker. False start on Tuslaw, so that'll negate the previous play. Now it'll be 2nd and 11, all the way out at the 36-yard line. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hare under center, Eberhard behind him, turns, hands off. Little stutter step. He's only going to pick up 2 on that carry. Nice stop from Fairless's number 65, Grady Vaughn, the 6'1", 225-pound senior, making a great stop, and it brings up a 3rd and 8. For Tuslaw. Ball at the 33-yard line. Haven't seen much throwing from the Mustangs here tonight. They've been keeping everything on the ground. 2 backs in the backfield. Hare under center. Turns, tosses over to the left-hand side. Bouncing it outside is Eberhard. He's going to be short by about 2 yards of the line to gain for the first down. And it will bring up a 4th down. 4th and 2. Ball at the 27-yard line. Tuslaw leaving their offense out on the field. Score update for you. Green 20, Lake 17, 4 minutes left in the third. And we've got a big 4th and 2 here. Eberhard goes out of the backfield. They throw it over to the left-hand side. Caught for the first down, all the way down to the 20-yard line. They used Eberhard as a distraction and put him in motion over to the right, and then pass that one over to the left flat, picking up the first down and moving the chains for the Mustangs with 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. West Branch 21, Salem 13. Hoover 22, Jackson 7. First down here. Back to pass is Hare. He's got pressure. He's got to roll out to his right, throws, and just wisely throws that one away on first down. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Boy, if the Green Bulldogs are able to get a win today. Let me pull up my Division 2. They currently sit 14th, and they need some help, but they can get it. And if Green is able to sneak into the playoffs, that is going to be huge for them. Handoff right up the middle for Tuslaw. They get inside the RG Drag red zone, but it's going to set up another 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 8 for actually 3rd and a long 8, almost 3rd and 9 for Tuslaw. Right at the 20-yard line. Tuslaw breaks the huddle. Hare in the shotgun. 3rd and 9. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Eberhard over to the left-hand side, and he's going to have enough for the first down. What a run from Nathan Eberhard, and picks up the first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 10.5-yard line. They marked him at the 11. So first and 10 from the 11. Tuslaw can still get a first down. 1:40 left in the third quarter. 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center. Takes the snap. Hands to Eberhard. Eberhard dances over to the left side. In between the tackle and guard. His forward progress is going to be stopped after a gain of 3 or 4. We'll see where they officially mark it at. So they gave him 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 8. They send 2 receivers to the wide side right. Eberhardt lines up to the left of Hare in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Eberhardt. No, he keeps it himself, goes over to the left-hand side and walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Hare with the 8-yard touchdown run puts the Mustangs back on top 25-21 with 52 seconds left in the third quarter and the PAT to follow. On to kick the extra point. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. The Mustangs back on top. Tuslaw 26, Fairless 21. We're going to step away. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for a job that's more than just a paycheck? Rooster Cheese, the largest Swiss cheese manufacturer in the country, is hiring energetic production team members in Brewster, Ohio. Enjoy competitive wages, amazing benefits, a free on-site clinic, fitness center, seasonal lunches, family holiday parties, and so much more. Join a team that values hard work and a great environment. Apply today at 800 Wabash Avenue South, Brewster, Ohio. That's 800 Wabash Avenue South. Rooster Cheese is where your future begins.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. Tuslaw back on top 26-21. They kick this one off. Will be taken at the goal line. And they're going to rule that a touchback from Cam Carl. So Fairless will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. Malvern 6, East Canton 7. There's another score update for you. So it's been a back and forth game here so far. Kind of get the feeling that whoever the last team to have the ball is going to be the one who ends up on top. Fairless with the football, 1st and 10. They hand this one off over to the left tackle. And that was Mick Vicker. He'll pick up 1 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 9. And probably have time for one more play here in the third quarter. So Fairless breaks the huddle, sends receiver and wing to the right, single wide out left. Now that wing goes in motion from right to left. Play action, throws over to the right-hand side. That's caught by Snavely. Snavely picks up the first down across the 30, 35, and is down at the 36-yard line. And they're saying that football came out. Tuslaw is. They're talking about it. The officials are discussing it. Tuslaw is acting like it's their football. And the officials are in a conference over at the far sideline by Tuslaw. Clock is stopped at 14 seconds. And they're still trying to decide whether it was a fumble or not. Fairless has had 2 turnovers already in this ball game, a pick 6 on their opening drive. And then another interception late in the second quarter that led to a Tuslaw touchdown. And we'll see what the official has to say. And I believe the football is going to stay Nobody could hear what he said. I don't know what. I'm so confused as to what happened. They're rolling that pass incomplete. That pass to Snavely, which clearly looked like a catch. Again, this is on the far sideline from where I am standing. Clearly looked like a catch. And they were rolling that was an incomplete pass. So that takes Fairless all the way back to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 9. Well, it should be 3rd down if that was an incompletion. Because they ran on 1st down. The pass would have been 2nd down. This should be 3rd down. And they still have it at 2nd and 9. There's a huge delay here. The official, don't like to bash officials, but man, this hasn't been the greatest, most fluid game. There's been a lot of official conferences, a lot of standing around, and now they're going to huddle up again at the 20-yard line. They're asking them to reset the clock. So the clock is going to run, and then Fairless is just going to take this into the 3rd quarter. Still 2nd down. Should be 3rd down. We'll see if they fix it when we come back. 4th quarter action after this break. It's high school. Let's see. I'll tell you. It's Tuslaw 26, Fairless 21. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
When the job calls for skill, reliability, and a team that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, call Dirty Hands Excavating. Family owned and operated by Marissa and Brandon Carl, Dirty Hands is a proud IBEW and NECA contractor, bringing you quality work with honest values. So when you want it done right, call the pros who care. Dirty Hands at 330-327-3487. That's 330-327-3487. Dirty Hands, a contractor who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty for a brighter future.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. It's Fairless 21, Tuslaw 26. 4th quarter action just getting underway. It's Fairless football. They're now moving from left to right. I'm on the home side here at Fairless. They're not, apparently it's 2nd and 9. I don't know how. 2nd and 9. It's Fairless football. Mikey Ritterbeck in the shotgun. Carl goes in motion from right to left. 3 receivers now on the left-hand side. Ritterbeck back to pass, setting up the wide receiver screen to Carl. Carl catches it, eludes one man, gets across the 25-30, and is brought down at the 35-yard line. So that'll move the chain. It'll be 1st down. Battle for the Blue Cup. And potential playoff implications on the line. We'll talk about all the playoff scenarios tomorrow morning, live from the Gridiron Gastropub at the Hall of Fame Village on our pregame show for the McKinley-Massillon game at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. 1st and 10. Carl goes in motion. They hand it off to him on the jet sweep. He's trying to get to the edge, coming up and making a tackle. Great tackle. He does it all. Nathan Eberhardt makes a great stop on Cam Carl after a gain of 3. There is a player down for Fairless. And a little scary. He hasn't really moved a whole lot. Now he's finally starting to move. I cannot see the number of the young man who is down on the field. He's on the far hash marks at the 36, 37-yard line. Medical staff coming out to look at him. That is number 65 for Fairless, Grady Vaughn, the 6'1", 225-pound senior. And they're stretching out his left leg, so that's good. Nothing too serious. Might just be cramping up a little bit. jump in the scoreboard, see if we've got any more updates for you. Lake 24, Green 20. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. End of the third quarter now. That's Matson with a 5-yard touchdown run. It's a big game for the Green Bulldogs. They're able to get a win and beat Lake. That should propel them into a playoff spot. But we'll talk about all the playoff scenarios tomorrow morning, like I said, at 10 o'clock with Sam Berkwin. Hope you can come down and join us. Not, I hope you can watch us. You can watch us on any social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, and X. 2nd and 7 for Fairless. Ritterbeck takes the snap. He's going to play action, looking to throw. He's got Carl, throws, and batted away. Great defensive play. That was a heck of a stop by Davion Jansen, the junior, who just stepped in front, was able to get a hand on that and deflect the pass from the speedy Cam Carl, and it sets up a 3rd and 7 for Fairless. Just underway in the fourth quarter, 11:05 in the fourth. Fairless breaks the huddle, sends 3 receivers to the left, single wide out to the right. McVicker to the left of Ritterbeck in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. Now he's got to scramble to his left. He gets to the left hash. Stop, reverses direction all the way back. He's back at the 20-yard line. He just needs to throw it away. He's going to try to run with it and gets pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He will lose yards. And we've got a foul, a marker, and that is on the coach. I can't tell if that was A.J. Sarbaugh. I believe it was A.J. Sarbaugh, who just got a 15-yard penalty. Ritterbeck was taken down right as he was going out of bounds. Coach Sarbaugh thought there should have been a flag, and he gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And now it's Fairless 3rd down and a long way to go. We'll see where they finally put this at, and they're going to put him at the 22-yard line. It'll be 4th down, excuse me. And we're going to see, likely going to see the punting unit. 4th and 24. Peter Snavely on to punt for Fairless with 11:05 left in the fourth quarter. So Snavely stands at the 9. Snap is back. Oh, and a bad punt. That's going to go out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. So he kicked from the 9. The ball was snapped at the 20, at the 21, and they're going to say that punt went out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A net of 9 yards on the punt, and Tuslaw with great field position, leading 26-21, and 11 minutes left in the game. Wow. So 1st and 10 for Tuslaw. 3 running backs in the backfield. They hand it off to Eberhardt, and he powers forward and gets to the 20-yard line, 9 yards on the carry. And they are in the RG Drag red zone. 2nd and 1 at the 20. 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center. They turn, hand it off to Eberhardt again. It's like they're just running a simple trap play. He gets across the 15 down to the 13-yard line and picking up the 1st down for Tuslaw. Fairless just has no answer to this running attack from Nathan Eberhardt. Tuslaw, they know it. They're going same formation. They're just going to keep running the same play. Turn, hand it off again over the left-hand side, gets down inside the 10-yard line to the 9, and it'll be second down. And an injury for Fairless with 10-11 left in the ball game, and he looks like he's in considerable amount of pain. And it might be cramping again. He was wailing on the ground. It was a lot worse than just a cramp. But hey, I'm if anyone's going to get injured, I'm glad it is just a cramp. So 10-11 left in the ball game. Hoover 28, Jackson 7. Green with another score. Green 27, Lake 24. 9 minutes left in that ball game. That's a doozy there. West Branch 27, Salem 13. Was a 41-yard touchdown from Hurst to Weingart. Capped off a 94-yard drive. PAT was blocked. See if we can get an update on that Northwest score. Northwest was playing Manchester. Manchester still winning that game. Get you some more score updates here shortly. Sorry. As they hand this one off over the left-hand side to Eberhardt. He gets down inside the 5-yard line and might have enough for the first down. See where they spot this one. So he's going to be short of the line to gain. It'll be third and 2. Ball at the 5-yard line. Tuslaw inside the RG Drag red zone. And again, I have a hard time seeing Tuslaw kick from here. They have a good kicker. But you're battling for the blue cup. You've got to leave it all out there. 3rd and 2. Hair under center. And a false start again. But they pointed again at Fairless. We'll see what they end up doing. And they are going to call this a false start on Tuslaw. Every time they've been in short yardage situations, they have false started. So that'll go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. Ball now at the 10-yard line. They need to get to the 3. 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center. Turn. Hand it off over the left-hand side. Breaking a tackle across the 5. Still on his feet. Into the end zone for the touchdown. No, they mark him out of bounds at the 1. Picks up the first down, and it moves the change. That was Caden Lawson. So it's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 9:07 left in the first. Tuslaw breaks the huddle. 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center, turns, hands to Eberhardt. Eberhardt now into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown run. Tuslaw 32. Fairless 21. .904 left in the game. PAT to follow. They're going to go for 2. Send 3 receivers to the wide side right. Ball set up on the left hash. Hare rolling out to his right. Throws, and that is going to be knocked down, incomplete. So it's 21-32. 9:04 left in the ball game. Tuslaw on top. Battle for the Blue Cup. We'll continue when we come back. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday Night Football Special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now, 330-837-9944.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And we are back at Fairless, the battle for the Blue Cup. Tuslaw Mustangs lead 32-21, 9:04 left in the game. And the run up and the kick. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback. So Fairless will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. I imagine we're going to see them start slinging it around a little bit more here. Try to save some of the clock and still push the ball downfield. They've got the skilled position. They've got the quarterback to do it. They've had a lot of success with those little out routes, comeback routes. They hit Carl with a slant earlier. That was very successful. So we'll see what Fairless does here with 9 minutes left in the ball game, trailing 21-32. 2 receivers to the left. Carl now in motion. We're going to have a whistle and a penalty marker and a false start on Fairless. So they'll start this drive off 1st and 15 now from the 15-yard line. Fairless set to break the huddle. Carl goes in motion. Ritterbeck back to pass, throws it out into left flat, caught by Carl. He's across the 15 down to the 20. So he picks up the penalty yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Hubbard 31, South Range 24. The reason I mentioned that game is because that has implications in the winner of tonight's game. South Range loses, they could drop out of playoff contention, and the winner of tonight's game can make their way up into contention. High Valley plays Grand Valley tonight. I'll see if I can find that score. As Fairless breaks the huddle, sends McVicker to the left of Ritterbeck. 2 receivers to the wide side right. Carl in motion from right to left. They fake to him. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's pressured. He's got to run for his life. He's going to throw this one away, and he gets it out of bounds. So the incompletion brings up now 3rd and 10. So big 3rd down. See, Grand Valley don't have a score for that yet. We'll work on getting a score for that. Big 3rd down for Fairless. Carl goes in motion. Ritterbeck back to pass, setting up the wide receiver screen. Tuslaw read that, making some great plays and fighting for the 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. That was Gilkerson, 6'2", 165-pounder. And he is going to be right at the line to gain. And I believe that's going to be a 1st down for Fairless. They do have an injury down on the far side of the field. And they do a great play to pick up the 1st down for the Fairless Falcons. Gilkerson, what a run after catch. And there is an injury on the field. And while they tend to him, we're going to step away and take a break. 7:55 left in the game. Fairless 21, Tuslaw 32. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The injured player is up and making his way off the field. That is number 55, Ethan Miller, the 5'11", 215-pound sophomore who's able to walk off on his own power. 59 maybe. I believe that's 55. Yep. But a big first down from Fairless. 1st and 10 at the 30. And a high snap over the head of Ritterbeck. He's got to run back for it, and he will just fall on it inside their own 10-yard line. Boy, what a mistake. Just the snap went high and sailed over the head of Mikey Ritterbeck. And that injured player was, number 59, Ashton Conley, the 6', 225-pound sophomore. So now it is 2nd and 31 with 7:20 left in the ball game. Fairless goes empty. 2 receivers in tight right, single wide out left. Back to passes Ritterbeck. He bobbles the football at the goal line. Now he's got to pick it up. He's got pressured. He's running for his life. Throws this one deep downfield, going up and knocking it away. Good defensive play by Parker Reinhardt, who had an interception earlier. And now it's a long 3rd down. Good job for Mikey Ritterbeck just to get rid of that football. It was dangerous, though, because he didn't get it out of bounds. So now it's 3rd and 31 with 7:02 left in the ball game. Fairless breaks the huddle. They go empty. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the wide side right. Ritterbeck takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's standing at his goal line. Now he's looking to roll out to his left. He's got pressure, reverses direction back to the right. He's running for his life. He's at the 5-yard line, gets to the 10, lobs this one downfield. He's got a man, and it is incomplete. Almost hauling that in was Cam Carl, but now it sets up a 4th and 31. 6:47 left in the game. So the punting unit making their way out onto the field. The last time they were on the punt, Peter Snavely, had the punt come off the side of his foot and go out of bounds after a net of 9 yards. This time he stands in his own end zone, 1 yard deep into his end zone. Snap is back. Kick is, again, not a great kick, better than the one before, but it takes a Tuslaw bounce backwards and will be down at the 33-yard line. So Tuslaw has great field position again. They'll start off 1st and 10 at the Fairless 33 with 6:40 left in the game, leading 32-21. And I imagine we're going to see another steady dose of Nathan Eberhardt, who has had himself a ball game tonight. Tuslaw is going to try to eat as much clock as they can. They line up. 3 backs in the backfield, Hare under center. He takes hands off over the left-hand side again. Picking up 3 yards on the carry and getting to the 30-yard line was Eberhardt. Excuse me, that was Caden Lawson with the carry. So now 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line of Fairless. Tuslaw with the football. And clock is running. There's 25 seconds on the play clock, so they're gonna take their good old time in the huddle and try to eat as much clock as they can. Be about 6:50 or 5:50 on the clock by the time they snap. 3 backs in the backfield under center. They turn, hand it off to Eberhardt. And he's across the 25, still on his feet, still going, picking up the first down, still on his feet. The Tuslaw offensive line pushed him for an additional 10 to 15 yards. He's all the way down to the 15-yard line. Unbelievable. Keeping his feet churning, getting the assistance in the push from that offensive line who has been making huge holes and has been pushing Fairless's defensive front around most of the game tonight. 5:25 left in the game. Tuslaw 32, Fairless 21. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line inside the RG drag red zone. 3 running backs in the backfield. They turn, hand off over to left-hand side. That's Lawson. Lawson will pick up a couple. His forward progress will be stopped at the 10, so a gain of 5 on the carry. Tuslaw has not beaten Fairless since 2018. They are also trying to stop a Pac-7 losing streak that dates back to 2022 when they had an overtime win over Manchester. Right now, Tuslaw is winning 32-21, 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. They break the huddle. Go with the 3 backs in the backfield. Hare under center. Takes the snap. Turn, hands it off, this time over the right-hand side and getting down to the 3-yard line. That was Patrick Fox, the 6'1", 175-pound junior. And Fairless is on the doorstep. Tuslaw is on the doorstep again with 4:13 left in the ball game. Hare taking his time, bringing the play in from the sidelines. They can let this run down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds before they have to snap. They line up 1st and goal from the 2. Same formation. Turn, hand off, Eberhard. He's going to be stood up at the 1-yard line. Great hit for whoever came up and made that tackle. I think that was Hunter Dean, who came in and filled the hole and stopped Eberhard in his tracks at the 2-yard line. At the 1-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 1. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. $20 seconds on the play clock. They line up 3 backs. Turn. And they go right up the middle, and he's going to be short. He did not get in. That was Caden Lawson. So now it'll be 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. And again, more time ticking off the clock. 2:35 left in the game. Tuslaw is able to put this in. They could ice this game here. Right now, it's an 11-point difference. Tuslaw 32, Fairless 21. They line up 3 backs. Turn. And diving for the end zone. And in for the score. Ethan Hare kept it himself. And it's 38-21 Tuslaw with 2:03 left in the ball game. A great drive, just running the football. And they're going to come on to kick the extra point. And the snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good. It's 39-21, 2:03 left in the ball game. Tuslaw leads Fairless. We're going to step away and take a break. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for a job that's more than just a paycheck? Rooster Cheese, the largest Swiss cheese manufacturer in the country, is hiring energetic production team members in Brewster, Ohio. Enjoy competitive wages, amazing benefits, a free on-site clinic, fitness center, seasonal lunches, family holiday parties, and so much more. Join a team that values hard work and a great environment. Apply today at 800 Wabash Avenue South, Brewster, Ohio. That's 800 Wabash Avenue South. Rooster Cheese is where your future begins.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. The Tuslaw Mustangs currently lead 39-21, 2:03 left in the game. And the run-up and the kick. Good kick. Be fielded at the 10-yard line, right at midfield. Across the 20, 25, 30. And down at the 33-yard line. So Fairless with 1:57 left in the ball game. Be their ball, 1st and 10 from the 32. So Fairless sends 3 receivers to the wide side left, single short right. Ritterbeck in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back to pass, rolling out to his left. Throws, caught at the 40-yard line, making the man miss and getting to the 45. Still inbounds. That was Gilkerson. Clock will stop while they move the chains. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's got pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws it out over to the left side, caught again. Gilkerson getting out of bounds. Got some score updates for you coming in. Overtime with Green and Lake. The first overtime. Green scores on a 1-yard touchdown run. It's 34-27. Now Lake gets a chance. That game could put Green into the playoffs if they're able to pull that one off. Mikey Ritterbeck rolling out to his right. He's looking downfield, throws across the field, and that's caught at the 33-yard line. That was Gilkerson again. Clock stops as they move the chains. 1:31 remaining in the game. Ritterbeck back to pass, rolling out to his left, throws it into the flat. That's caught by Carl. Carl crossed the 30, brought down at the 28-yard line. Clock continues to run. And timeout called by Fairless. This timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. We're going to step away and take a break. 1:20 left in the game. Tuslaw 39, Fairless 21. It's high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
When the job calls for skill, reliability, and a team that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, call Dirty Hands Excavating. Family owned and operated by Marissa and Brandon Carl, Dirty Hands is a proud IBEW and NECA contractor, bringing you quality work with honest values. So when you want it done right, call the pros who care. Dirty Hands at 330-327-3487. That's 330-327-3487. Dirty Hands, a contractor who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty for a brighter future.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Fairless, 2nd and 5. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's rolling out to his right, throws into the flat. That's Gilkerson with the reception at the 20. He cuts back to the middle of the field, gets down to the 10, fights forward and gets down to the 9-yard line. To the 6-yard line. That'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 6. Fairless go and hurry up. And we're going to have another timeout, this time by Tuslaw. Once again, this timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. Once again, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we are kicking things off for the McKinley-Massillon pregame show at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. We are going to be at the Gridiron Gastro Pub inside the Hall of Fame Village, starting things off at 10 a.m. in the morning. There's going to be food and drink specials. There's going to be games. There's going to be a place for you to make a sign. And we want that game day atmosphere. So come on down, hang out with us, Sam Berkwin and myself. We've got some great guests lined up. We've had an opportunity to speak to some really, really awesome people associated with the game over the years. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to take it right up to kickoff where Clint Scroggs, myself, and Ryan Bevere have the call between Massillon and McKinley and Massillon. 1st and goal, Fairless with the football. They're at the 6-yard line. Ritterbeck in the shotgun. Back to pass. Rolling out to his right. Here comes pressure off the backside. He's still rolling. Throws it into the back of the end zone. Up and incomplete. He came down with it, but his feet didn't. That was Peter Snavely. And a great effort from that young man, just not able to get his toes tapped. And it'll be incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal with 1:01 left in the ballgame. See if I can get an update from that Green Bulldogs ball game. Nothing yet. They are in overtime, but Green leads 34-27. Lake has their chance to try to either tie it back up or could go for 2 and take the win. We'll keep an eye out on that as Mikey Ritterbeck, empty quarterback draw. He's going to try to run right up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Great job from the defensive front from Tuslaw, and a timeout called by Fairless. This timeout is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Fairless with 52 seconds left on the clock. The Falcons trailing 21-39, down by 18. So they'll need at least 3 possessions in order to try to get back in this game. I don't know if it's going to happen. If Tuslaw is able to hold on to this, it'll be their first win in the Pac-7 since 2022 and their first Blue Cup since 2018 for the Mustangs. And a big part of that today has been the defense for Tuslaw, and their offensive line has just been making holes for Nathan Eberhardt. So 39-21, Tuslaw on top, 52 seconds left. Fairless breaks the huddle. 2 backs in the backfield. Ritterbeck in the shotgun. Man in motion, that's Carl from left to right. They swing it out to Carl on a bubble screen. He's looking to throw this one into the end zone, and it's batted away. A great defensive play by Davion Jansen. That is his second huge pass defense of this ball game. He did not bite on the double pass and was able to get a hand on that and knock it away, setting up a 4th and goal from the 10-yard line for Fairless. So the Falcons break the huddle. Ritterbeck in the shotgun. Carl in motion from right to left. Ritterbeck back to pass. He's got to go in the end zone. Throws this into the left flat to Carl. Carl jukes and gets himself into the end zone for the touchdown with 39 seconds left in the ball game. What a great run after catch from Cam Carl. So that makes it 38-27. And they're going to bring the kicking unit out onto the field. That's Jameis Robinson, the junior. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good. So 38-28. Excuse me, 39-28. And 39 seconds left in the ball game. We're going to see an onside kick from Fairless coming up. Got an update for you. 4th and 5 from the green 5-yard line. Green 34, Lake 27. They have a timeout in that ball game. Be huge for the Green Bulldogs to get this win over the Lake Blue Streaks. Back here, Tuslaw 39, Fairless 28. And Green wins the ball game. The Green Bulldogs 34, the Lake Blue Streaks 27. Boy, now we just got to watch and wait to see if Green's able to find a way to get into the playoffs. They did what they needed to do. Now they need a little bit of help. So the run up in the onside kick attempt. Here we go. Kick. And it is bobbled by, it's going to be, I don't know who has it. It was bobbled by the return man from Tuslaw. And he was able to get it back. What a play. That was Bryson Pereira, who ran up, bobbled it, and was able to regain possession. I thought for sure Fairless was going to get that football. And now all the Mustangs have to do is take a knee, and the blue cup is theirs. Tuslaw breaks the huddle. In the victory formation, the Mustangs take a knee. And that is going to be your ball game. The Maslin Tuslaw Mustangs come in to Fairless and claim the blue cup for the first time since 2018 and their first Pac-7 victory since 2022. We're going to step away and take a break. We will be right back. Your final score, Fairless 28, Tuslaw 39. This is high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to Fairless. Your final score, Tuslaw 39, Fairless 28. A huge victory for the Tuslaw football program. They now move to 4-6 on the season, 1-5 in the pack. Fairless drops to 4-6 on the season, 1-5 in the pack. And the Fairless Falcons now have the Tuslaw Mustangs now have a chance to get into the postseason if they can get a little bit of help. Let's see if I can get a score for you from the South Range. That was the big game that they needed tonight. To give them a chance to get into the postseason. Let's see if so the last update I have is Hubbard 31, South Range 24. So I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what ends up coming out of that game. And if this Tuslaw Mustangs team is able to find a way to get into the postseason. Make sure to join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Q92 Facebook, YouTube, X, Q92 Sports, Facebook, and X. And we're going to be going live for our pregame show at 10 o'clock from the Gridiron Gastro Pub at the Hall of Fame Village for the McKinley-Massillon game. Looking forward to that. We've got some great guests lined up. There's some great food and drink specials from the Gridiron Gastro Pub. Come down. We want that college game day feel. So we hope to see you down there at the Gridiron Gastro Pub at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will lead you right all the way up to kickoff for the game. The McKinley-Massillon game should be a good one. Clint Scroggs, myself, and Ryan Bevere will be on the call tomorrow, and hope to see you down there. If you can't, you can listen on all of our social media platforms. It's going to be a wonderful day. Looking forward to that. Congratulations to the Tuslaw Mustangs winning the Blue Cup, and great win for that program. And Fairless, they're a young team. We saw them week one of this season on that Thursday night, and you kind of get the feeling that this team's going to be really, really good next year. Unfortunately, their season comes to an end here tonight. Tuslaw still has some hope. They need to wait and see what some of the other final scores are in the area. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Have a great evening and a great weekend. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. Stop by and say hi at the Gridiron Gastro Pub. We'll be right outside the front door. Should be a great time. Thank you to our sponsors, Friends and Family Credit Union, RG Drag, and of course, Sarshone Auto Group for helping us bring you high school football on the Q92 Sports Network. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Be kind. Hug your loved ones. We will be back next week for postseason play. Make sure to follow us on our social medias to find out who we will be covering and where we will be. Have a great evening. I am Ryan Keller, and this is High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92RadioSports.com. Good night, everybody.